It's Monolito here. Welcome back. This is going to be basically part 2 for the first camera video. This camera is, I don't really know how to pronounce the name. It's like C-O-O-A-U-A or something to that effect. Cooau, I guess is the proper pronunciation. But this is basically an alternative to a GoPro camera and a lot cheaper. So stay tuned. I'll give you some information about that and talk about the GoPro that I used to have. Okay, so here's the action camera I was talking about, the alternative to GoPro, C-O-O-A-U, Cooau, I guess. I'm not sure the pronunciation. This camera right here, I got with all the accessories, which I'll show, shipped to the house, and an additional accessory that I purchased, all for under $80. So I want to say it was between $75, $79 to the house and everything. So for what you get compared to the price, this is an amazing deal, especially when you compare it to like GoPro or some of the higher end cameras. So I used to have a GoPro Hero 3. In 2015 I started using one for shooting matches, and I really liked the camera. I'm not going to say anything bad about GoPro as far as their quality and things like that. But for the amount of money that you pay for a GoPro, you really don't get anywhere near as much as you would for one of these cameras. I did a lot of research online, watched other YouTube channels, looking at reviews and things like that, and this one, out of all the alternates, got the best reviews. So I went ahead and gonna give it a try. I mean, 70 bucks. You can't beat it, and I'll show you why. So this thing has pretty much the same casing as the GoPro. I mean, if you look at it, it's almost identical. So it does come with a waterproof case. So here's the original. I'll get that. Here's the original back. I went ahead and took that off because it does tell you in the instruction manual that when you're using the waterproof case, and it's just like GoPro gives you the same warning. When you're using the waterproof case, the audio is not going to record because it's basically all sealed up. So it came with this additional back, and it's got slits right here on the side. There's one, and then there's the other one, and that allows for the audio to be recorded. So some of the buttons that are on here, you got your power button and mode button right here. The top button is your shutter, so that's going to be your taking pictures and video, starting, stopping video, taking pictures. Then you have up, down buttons here. This top button will turn on the Wi-Fi, so this will create its own SSID, and you can connect your phone to it or tablet, Apple, Android, and you can download an app where you can control the camera. You can change the settings on the camera. I mean, it pretty much does everything. Now, I haven't used the app yet, but I'm just going off of what was suggested. This also will let you scroll through the menus on the display screen. So the GoPro Hero 3 that I had did not have an LCD screen. So if I wanted to have an LCD screen, it'd been another, I think, $150, $200 to add one to it. This one comes with an LCD screen. I'll go ahead and power this on. Hold the button for a couple of seconds, and there it goes, and it's in color. Makes a little noise, and there you go. So right now I have it set to 1080p at 60 frames per second. I'm going to change that. I thought I had it at 30 frames per second because the glasses run at 1080p at 30 frames per second, and the editing software that I use that so that it plays properly on YouTube and so on. I just use that function. So there's multiple options, and it times out after like 30 seconds, or not times out, but it'll go to like a screensaver mode, so it doesn't waste your battery. So if you want to get into the menu, you push the mode button here, and so you push it a couple times. That would be if you were looking for pictures and photos. Push it again. Now you're into the video settings. So you'll see down at the bottom there's different modes. So if I keep pushing the button, the little icon will light up, and there's different options. to turn on, turn off, and so on. So video resolution, I do have it on 60 frames, so you basically just hit the shutter to select it, and those are your options. You have 120 frames per second, 720 EIS, 30 frames per second, 1080, 60, you know, so on and so forth, up to 4K, 30 frames per second EIS. And what the EIS is basically stabilization. So if the camera is shaky or anything like that, it'll stabilize that, you know, if you're riding a bike or whatever else you may be doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it, oops, there we go. So I'm gonna put it on 1080p, 30 frames per second, because that's normally what I do my videos in anyway. And so EIS on or off, I've got that on. You can set up looping video. I mean, there's so many different options that you can set on this thing. Some of them I'm probably never going to use, slow motion, time lapse. Maybe auto record might be something to do, but right now I'm going to turn that one off. And then again, if you want to just go to the next, you know, photo resolution, that one is also a pretty good one, because it goes anywhere from 5 megapixels up to 20 megapixels. So depending on how much memory you have in there. So I've got a 2 gig card in there right now. It's the only thing I could only want to have laying around, but I'm going to be upgrading that one soon. But of course, the higher the megapixel, the more space it's going to take on the SD card. And so other options, let's see here. Burst photo, there's the Wi-Fi if you want to turn Wi-Fi on and off. Remote control, that's another thing. My GoPro did not come with that. Came with a remote control that you can use to take pictures or start video. Both of these came with batteries inside of them, so there's already a battery in here. And it came with an extra, there's an extra battery for the remote and an extra battery for the camera. GoPro did not do that either. I had to buy an extra battery for my GoPro, and it wasn't cheap. So just so far from the price and what it's coming with, I'm extremely happy with it. So we'll see when I start taking video with it. You can change the volume. Go to the next. So you can set your language, car mode. So if you want to use it as a in your car, when to power off. So if after 5 minutes of non-use, it'll power itself off. Date and time format. If you want the date and time stamp on the on your videos. So I set the date and time, but I noticed if I go back, exit out of here, I noticed that my time is that right? No, that is not right. So it's not 11:19 right now. Oh, I'm sorry. That's how many recording minutes I have. There's the date and time. So I was wrong. It is the right time. So today is February 2nd. It's a little bit past 1. So yeah, this, I mean, I cannot complain about the price, the value for what you get. So I'm going to turn it off so that I can open it up. Alright, so, and again, it opens up just like a GoPro. If you've used a GoPro, at least like the Hero 3 where it had the case, I know some of the newer GoPros, they have the where you don't have to have a case on it. If I can get this open, there we go. So there's the battery door. It also has an external microphone, which I'll show that. So if you want to do other kinds of videos where you need a better audio, it's got the micro HDMI and it's got the micro USB for charging and for loading to the computer, and then there's your SD card slot. So yeah, let me go ahead and of course it came with this little bag here to put the camera in. I'll slide that over to the side for now. Get some of this out of the way and show you some of the accessories that this thing came with. So Got the charging cable, so it's not a very long charging cable, but that's alright. It did not come with a wall plug, just the charging cable. Also didn't come with the HDMI, but that's fine. For everything else I got, I'm still happy. So we got a whole bunch of attachments that it came with. This for like handlebar. I probably might use this on a barrel as well. If you want to put it on a tripod, you got that. And then a bunch of other just little for different applications. It came with all kinds of different types of adapters. There's another one. There's one. This one is like some kind of clip. Then it came with some Velcro. It came with 2 of those Velcro strips. Dump that all out. There we go. So there's the other Velcro strip. Came with 2 of those. Came with these 2 straps. These are both Velcro straps. This is, this is one Velcro strap. This is if you want to use basically you can put the remote and make the remote like a wrist strap. So you can put that on your wrist and control it that way. Also a couple more straps to use for different things. Came with 2 of these. Probably about 9 or 10 inches long. Some more adapters. There's another one. And then it came with this pretty cool thing, which is a tool which is used to help you tighten these down, so you know you're not sitting there trying to do it with your fingers or go grab a wrench or whatever. You got this little tool here, and then it's got a little hex opening, and then it came with the lanyard to tie it to something. Another adapter, and then here's the external microphone. So it came with this external microphone. Really, I mean, I'm really amazed by the amount of stuff that came with this camera for the price. And then you got cleaning cloth, some zip ties, and other like adhesive mounts, and this little metal strap here. I probably won't use 90% of what it came with. Most likely it'll be this one that I use, and of course the tool, tighten it down. And then I purchased separately this Picatinny rail mount. So this is what I'll be using when I attach it to the bottom of the either my Sega 223 or the Gen 2 Keltec Sub 2000. This is aluminum, and again I bought this at the same time with the camera. All of it came together for under $80. So really happy with the quality of the and the amount of stuff that it came with. So we'll see. The real test is going to be when I start recording video and when I get this on the gun to see how if it will hold up. You know, most likely what I'll do is I'll throw a little bit of blue Loctite on there and here to make sure that it doesn't vibrate off too much while it's recoiling. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informal. If you've got one of these cameras or another alternative that you like, you know, hit me up in the comments. Same with the glasses. And you guys take care.